Hi friends, Denise Basler here. This is a quick little ditty about scales. You can look up any scale. It's good to practice scales in general. Also, maybe a little boring and not as exciting as jumping right into a cool song, but practicing those scales, one, as you further your music knowledge, when somebody yells out that the song is in the key of A or the key of C, you can right away know which notes on your bass you can play in order to jump into that song. So that's especially helpful when you're playing original music and you're playing with some pretty advanced guitar players. But just practicing your scales helps you get your finger muscles working very quickly, hearing what the note sounds like, knowing what the note is, and helping your brain really wire itself to hearing, almost like hearing with your fingers. When you hear a note, your finger will automatically know, without you even having to think about it, where it needs to go. So just real quick, I'll show you the G major scale. It's not important to remember the G major scale, unless that's the scale you want to play, but it would be good to grab a scale and start with it. So the G major scale is G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Back down. That's the G major scale. A song that is pretty well known, that's in the G major scale, is Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. And now that's not a bass line, of course. Jack White plays guitar, but it sounds like a bass line, and it's pretty easy to play, and it's also in the G major scale. So if you hear that G major scale, or you're listening, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, Seven Nation Army is this. So I'm sure that you can hear the similarities between the G major scale and that song, which is using entirely the notes from the G major scale. So as you look up scales and how to play them, think about the songs you'd like to play. It's very easy to get on Google and say, what key is the song Barracuda by Heart in, and then play that scale, and then learn the bass line. Or even after you play the scale for a little while, you might be able to figure out that bass line on your own. So that is a little bit about scales, and some people might think that they're boring, but it's incredibly important for your long-term playing on any instrument, to be able to let your fingers do the walking, let your fingers do the listening, and the more you play a note and think about what note that is, the more your brain's just gonna pick it up. So that's that about scales, and I'll just say, keep practicing.